Hey everybody, I had a wonderful call with Shannon Riley, and she brought up some really great points that I want to go over here. Her first question is what I'm covering in this video, and this is about choosing a kennel name. It's about the legalities of it. I'm not an attorney, but there are a few things that you need to do to make sure you're not stepping on any toes, and there are things you can do to protect yourself, and you will want to consult an attorney at some point, but that's a whole other discussion. So the first thing is that if you pick a kennel name and somebody has reserved it in a legal way, then they can make you never use that name again. And even if you've put up signage and built a business and done all kinds of things and spent a ton of money with that name on it, you will have to stop immediately if they send you a cease and desist letter, or they can sue your pants off. So when you come up with a kennel name, you want to make sure it's not used by somebody, it's not legally reserved by somebody. And you need to do that on both the federal level and the state level, because they're both possible. If it's done on the federal level, you can't use it in any state. It's trademarked on the federal level, then that trademark is protected in every state. If it's done on the state level, it's not necessarily protected in other states. So you need to look at both. The first one is the federal level, and you want to go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office and do a trademark search. That's uspto.gov. and find the trademark search. I'll put a link in, and you go to the trademark search here. Let me actually go back a page. Here, so this is where you go for the trademark search, and you want to click on Basic Wordmark Search, New User. Click on that, and let's do PetSmart. Okay, I'm typing in PetSmart, and you don't have to worry about anything else, and click Submit Query, and you can see all of the trademarks by PetSmart, so you can't use the PetSmart name in your products. If you want to do PetSmart something, you need to consult a lawyer, because usually you can't use that name in yours. Again, you need to talk to a lawyer about the nuances of this, but this will give you a good idea of whether or not you have freedom to operate with a particular name. Okay? So if I wanted to say PetSmart Kennels, I probably couldn't use this, because there are a lot of PetSmart trademarks, and I would need to talk to an attorney about that and be sure that I am not stepping on their toes legally. So that's a trademark search. Another thing I can do, however, is, let's say I want to call it 10 Toes Kennel. I would just search for 10 toes, and there's a whole art to searching. So again, that would be a good reason to consult an attorney, but I would look for 10 toes and see what's there. So there are a bunch of 10 toes businesses, and I would need to look at each of these businesses and make sure that the trademark doesn't include kennels or puppy sales. So some of them are live and dead, and again, you need to consult the attorney, but let's look at just plain 10 toes. That's a live trademark, and this is for goods and services, beanies, caps with visors, hats, jackets, jogging suits. So if I might be able to do a kennel, I'd have to check all of the 10 toes registrations and make sure that I'm not stepping on any toes. But again, there could be the possibility that I could do a 10 toes kennel, but if I did a beanie or a cap, it might be infringing on this trademark. Again, I'm not an attorney, which is why you need an attorney to help you if you have a trademark, a kennel name that could possibly be infringing on somebody's trademark. So that's at the federal level, and you can, it can be pretty expensive to hire an attorney to do a trademark search and registration for you. The actual registration is just a couple $100. It's not very expensive, but you have to pay an attorney to do the search and to also help you fill out the form so you get good protection if you do register a trademark. There are some requirements as well, so you need to make sure that you meet those. There are some services that are a little less expensive. I think LegalZoom does trademark filing, and it's a lot less expensive than the thousands it would probably cost you with an attorney. All right, so now on the state level, you go to whatever state you are and just type in, I did this for Florida, so I typed in Florida State Business Registration, and it brought me to SunBiz, which is the Secretary of State office in Florida that manages corporations. Every state's going to be a little bit different, but if you type in the name of your state plus state business registration, you should be able to find that office. And then you search for the name here. Again, if I do PetSmart, you'll see that PetSmart has a lot of corporate name registrations in Florida, so I don't want to use that name. Let's look up 10 Toes. All right, right? 10 Toes, again, has a lot of business registrations, so this is where you would want to make sure that you consult an attorney to make sure that you're not stepping on somebody's registered name rights in your state and in any state that you do business. So that's our quick video about creating a kennel name, and I hope this was useful. Talk to you guys later.